Greetings. I am a Dragon Alchemist, and allow me to entertain you. I'm once again playing Fallout 4, where I am at the castle with Hancock, and I also grabbed my power armor. I'm putting the whole Silver Shroud thing on hold for just a second, because there's one thing I've been meaning to do for a long, long time. To head to that island and claim it for my own. Doesn't look like much right now, but it'll be something when I'm through with it. And I also grabbed a mod that just, places a rowboat right in front of the castle and at Warwick Farm. Because, once you think about it, why wouldn't you use a rowboat to get all the way across there? The only other option is swimming, and swimming in this irradiated water is... well, Hancock would be fine with it, but he doesn't care. In fact, he'd probably be all perky by the end of it. Me, not so much. So we are going to Spectacle Island, and seeing what I can get from here. Now, all I gotta do is find the workshop, right? Right. Here we are. Rowboat is now at the shed, and now I am at Spectacle Island. Let's see what the residents are like. Will there be bandits?
When the hell did it get so quiet?
Or will there be mirelurks? Or will there just be dead settlers out in the middle of nowhere? Alright, that's already not encouraging. Dead settler means something or someone killed him. Times like this, I wish that the systems of Fallout 4 were a little more detailed. Like, telling me if he got shot in the head, or shot in the body, or was blasted by plasma. Maybe even laser weaponry. Or maybe he got chewed up by wolves. We're at beachfront property, so maybe mirelurks. Or even super mutants. I saw movement all the way over there. Let's clear the houses first, at least. Ooh, already got a power armor station here. Excellent. And there's some sort of shed over there. Okay, I'm gonna check what's moving all the way over here. Wild melon blossoms. I'll take those. Ah, there we are. Ah, Mirelurk Hunter. Turned away from me, so there was no way I could grab a headshot off of that. Can I get all the way out there? Let me check. It seems possible. I have to swim, but I could still get all the way over there. Okay, so we saw a Mirelurk Hunter there. That means more Mirelurks could be around, or could be burrowed in the sand. I don't see anything out in the open, though, so that's encouraging. Somewhat. Oh! Where did you come from? Oh, they're coming in! They're coming in hot! I sort of figured approaching the beach would have to deal with Mirelurks. I'm not gonna loot any of them. You know what? I may as well loot them. I'm wearing my power armor right now. What am I doing? If I wasn't wearing my power armor, I'd be a lot more circumspect about what I looted. But now that I am worrying about my power armor, I actually want to claim stuff. And Mirelurk meat is actually a bit useful. You can use it in some structures, like... well, soft shell Mirelurk meat is needed to trap cats, apparently. Holy! I didn't realize I could climb all the way up here. Makes sense, though. That should tell me that I should look for more of them. That just looks like a regular rock. Same with that one. Once they're really camouflaged, it's really hard to tell anything around here. Anything inside? Ah, here's the workbench. Cannot use the workbench yet? Circuit breaker. Signal checklist. 1. Make sure the wires to the generator are all connected properly. Last thing we need is another short blowing out the generator. Randy! 2. The generator must be on before turning on the signal tower. I suggest you stay out of the water when flipping the generator switch. Just saying. 3. You'll know the signal is playing when, well, you'll just know. Once the feedback goes away, it will sound like there's nothing coming out of the speakers. There is, but only the Mirelurks can hear it. Ooh. Apparently they had some sort of system to deal with Mirelurks. And apparently they got overwhelmed regardless. That's not a good sign. Well, I suppose I gotta go all the way over there and make sure that the generator's fine. Is this wild corn? Yeah, that's wild corn. I don't understand why you can't use wild corn for your more standard stuff. Doesn't make any sense. Wild gourd blossoms. Well, I suppose if I want to claim this place, I better get rid of the Mirelurks. And this system is meant to clear away the Mirelurks. I want this thing on. Unless it is completely off and doing something that it shouldn't, which would explain the dead bodies. Or dead body. We haven't found... Correction, we found the rest of them. Raider?
Time to collect.
Oh, and here's Randy. Poor Randy. We'll leave the tool case and stuff. So apparently a raider tried to come over here and got eaten for his troubles. That looks like a regular rock, but I'm not too sure. You know what? Switch over to the 10mm. Yep, it's a rock, and that's a rock. You can never be too careful these days. And there's a boat. I guess they hooked up the signals generator to the motor of this boat. Even if it is half capsized. Well, not capsized, just half sunk. Capsized it being tipped over. Ooh, hello. Fat man. I don't think I need it, but let's secure the area first before we go anywhere. I'd rather not get surrounded by things that I could clear out beforehand.
This will give a Deathclaw nightmares.
Really? This place looks rather nice. I mean, that's the reason why I came all the way out here. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
No, there's only one way to give 110%, and in that case, you gotta be lucky. I now have 11 luck. Wonderful. Yeah, the reason why I'm not taking all this stuff, if this is gonna be a settlement, there's no real use in taking it all. I'd store it just in the same place. Here we are. Generator is on. And I'll leave the supplies. Just in case a worker... Run! Time to run! We are not standing around near the water's edge to fight a Mirelurk Queen. That just sounds stupid. We do not want stupid. Stupid just means we get killed. Oh dear. Ow. Okay. That stung a little, but we're still alive. Mirelurk Queen is too focused on Hancock for some reason. I am perfectly okay with that. Oh no, she just spat out a bunch of eggs. Okay, okay, we can handle the eggs. We can handle the eggs. Where'd that hunter go? Did Hancock kill the hunter? Well... Woo! Whoa, 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 whoa. What was that? How many of these hatchlings are there? I don't know about some jet, but I could do with a stim pack, maybe. Actually, I'm not that bad off, so I'm good. Whew. Yeah. Hancock did kill the hunter, so very good. Very good indeed. Let's take the Mirelurk Queen stuff. Well, that's one advantage of getting a bunch of Mirelurk hatchlings. If you got a plasma-infused weapon like this Ripper, which doesn't cost anything to use, really, then that just means free nuclear material. And I've long since realized that a weapon like a Ripper is bloody impractical. I mean, it's a chainsaw. It'll rip stuff up, but it'll only last so long. Because the chain and the little engine that powers it, it's gonna get gummed up by all the fluids and the gunk and the... Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Oh. I was wondering what Hancock was talking about I'm your king now. I didn't realize he had unique dialogue in reference to that. Okay. Are we done yet with these Marlurks? Some poor guy was in here. No, two guys. Yeah, men and women were in here with a cutting board and a bunch of chems.
That's it.
And it's a paddle. It's a paddle. We're just gonna close this door and walk away. We will never speak of that again. People of the Commonwealth. They need their entertainment, I suppose. Oh! Another hunter! I'm surprised this thing didn't try and ambush us the first time we came around here. Oh well. Alright, generator is on. I guess this is gonna turn on the signal then. We're gonna have to deal with a lot more. Yeah! Not happy. They're not happy. Are they running? Yep. They're running. They are running away. Save your ammo, Hancock. If they're gonna run, I'll let them run. Plasma-infused, hardened combat sniper rifle. Nasty piece of work here. I guess he ate someone that was carrying that. I suppose sniper rifles don't work so well once you get in melee range. That's what the plasma shotgun's for. That we did, Hancock. That we did. Now that we accomplished that... Yes! Workshop is mine! Spectacle Island is now part of the Minutemen. Gonna make my own little castle out here. This place is gonna need a lot of work, though. Oh yeah, it's gonna need tons of work. There's another Marlurk. Are you running? Yeah, you're running. Run away! Run away. If you know what's good for you. Keep running. Scuttle away. I got no beef with you if you're gonna keep running. Oh, you're just gonna hide over here? You know what? I may as well clear the island. If you're not actually gonna run away, you're just gonna hide from me. I'll finish you off. Get some seafood for dinner. More. One more.
I guess you could call that trying.
Trying to fight or trying to run away? Because they failed on both respects. A settler, more guys. Why didn't this work the first time? Did something go wrong?
We're sucking down a lot of rats in this place.
I don't know, I'm just only taking a few rats at a time. Okay, this is just a little bit weird. Toolbox, more supply crates and containers. Barrel? Nothing of use in the barrel. Anything in over here? Oh, it looks like a dead end, really. Oh! Jackpot! What was that? Okay, wait, what? What's going on here? Do we have creepy haunted safes or something? I don't know. Alright, let's check the rest of the island. I'm pretty sure I missed something. There's gotta be a reason why these Mirelurks came back if this settlement had some sort of system to keep them away. Mutant Slayer's 10mm pistol. I'll take that. Bloodleaf. Ooh, Tarberry? Not a Tarberry? Okay, that's weird. Dryers. A lot of dryers. And I'm gonna have to get that stuff out of the water. I want to clean this place up. Gonna have to do something about that blasted out house. Probably gonna have to build around it, actually. This place is big. How big are we talking here? All the way to the water from here, to there, to... Oh, yeah. I can work with this. I can work with this, indeed. It's gonna take me a while to measure out how I'm gonna build this stronghold I've got thought up. I'm gonna need to set up a supply line, of course, but... this is going to take a lot of my time. It already took me long enough to build the settlement at Longfellow's cabin. I'd love to, but it's kind of facing away from me. And running. Come on.
You better hide.
There we are. Oh, come on. I hate it when that shot just doesn't fire. Okay. I think we've cleared the island. I think. I'm pretty certain, but don't quote me on that. Still not sure what the reason why they didn't use the signal. Because it looks pretty certain that the Mirelurks were the ones that killed everyone. I don't see any other raider bodies. I only see the one. What happened to the Mirelurk Queen body? I guess the cell reset while I was away. Oh well. Let's see, any notes around here? This generator, how much does it actually power? It's not very good, though. It's half submerged in water. Rust is gonna eat that thing away. Cans. I'm pretty sure I checked the top deck of this place, but I didn't see any notes. Yeah, life preserver, no notes. What am I missing? Besides the fact that my power armor can't crush 2 planks of very thin wood. Well, not very thin, but thin enough that you would think they would crack. I'd probably just set some thicker planks or something to compensate. And that's a dead Mirelurk, even if it looks rather alive. Okay, maybe there's a hint inside. Maybe. Let's see. This is a nice little greenhouse. Hardened sniper rifle. We'll leave it there for the clutter. I don't see any notes. We still got nothing. And these settlers don't have any notes on them to indicate anything, really. I searched this house. I searched it. There's nothing here. Okay, I suppose that's really it. Huh. Okay. If that's the case, well, head back to the castle. Tell a settler to make a supply line out here. Probably give them power armor. Because while I can use the rowboat, technically the settlers can't use it. Which is rather odd. Is there something in here? Radex and clothing irons, but no notes. Fertilizer. Some water. Yeah, that's really it. Oh, did I check over here? Did I check over here? I did not check here. Let's see. These poor people made their last stand up here. I'll take the glass pitcher. Over here, Radex and a pressing knife. Anything down here? Doesn't look like it. Not exactly the best in terms of fortifications, from what I can tell. Not at all. Probably gonna have to remove this structure. It's gonna be blocking my way. I gotta somehow incorporate this signal tower into my structure, though. If I want to make sure that they don't come back, I gotta keep this thing on. I can't close the lid. Oh well. There's to be squirrel blitz and dirty water. Yeah, that's it. I can't find anything else out here. Guess I gotta go back to the castle. And I'll spare everyone the trip back. Alright, I've returned back to the castle. I have yet to assign a supply line back to Spectacle Island, but I'll deal with that at a later time. Right now, I am going to be dealing with a rather awkward situation. Namely, Sean. Haven't talked to him ever since I got him to come here. This is not going to be comfortable.
You're finding the broadcast useful.
Dad, I was so worried. I'd never seen it. Is it true? Did you really blow up the assistant?
Broadcasting all day, all across the continent.
They deserved it. I don't know about that. Had no choice. Oh, believe me, I had no choice. I wanted several other options, but no, they didn't give me a choice. They were dangerous. I suppose that is the most accurate.
They were dangerous, Sean. To everyone in the Commonwealth.
Yeah, that's what Sturgis said. As long as you don't leave me, it'll be okay. You're not gonna leave me, right?
No, I'm not gonna leave you. Yeah, where would I go? I mean, we still have a lot to talk about. About, you know, you not really... You'd be my adopted son, but you're not be my biological son due to... Well, technically you still are a biological son. You're just the great craziness of complications you are. You'd be my grandson by all measures.
Where would I go?
I don't know. You're busy, and lots of people need you. Just make sure you don't forget about me. Oh, before I forget, Father, he told me to give this to you. I didn't listen to it, so I don't know what it says. But I think it's important.
Oh.
You know what I call a good day?
And I've been putting this off for all this time? Okay. Sean's holotape. Well, time for either a massive guilt trip or a lambasting from Father because he just did not like how I took things.
If you are hearing this, then whatever conflicts you and I have endured are over. I have no reason to believe that you'll honor the request I'm about to make. But I feel compelled to try anyway. This synth, this boy, he deserves more. He has been reprogrammed to believe he is your son. It is my hope that you will take him with you. I would only ask that you give him a chance. A chance to be part of whatever future awaits the Commonwealth.
11 a.m.
Oh, Sean. You have complicated things greatly. I don't suppose you have anything else to say?
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Dad, can you do something for me? Next time you're out doing stuff, can you look for something? I want to try building some new things. I think you could find me an old vacuum tube and building something, and it might be helping me. I want to try and make something. For you.
Alright. Vacuum tube? I can do that.
Sure thing, Sean.
Thanks, Dad.
Still thinking that we gotta deal with the whole you being a Sith thing.
Hi, Sean.
Did you find what I needed?
No, that's... Wait, apparently I haven't.
Yep, got it right here.
Oh, come on. No, you don't. Be serious. Tell me when you get one. For real.
Alright, apparently I gotta have it in my inventory instead of in the workshop. Very well. Now, there was another reason well, actually, there is another thing I had to deal with. Where's Hancock? Apparently he had something to talk to me about. I had to deal with another settlement defense before I came here, and I kind of leveled up in the middle of all that. Where to put this new rank? That's a question.
This is Radio Freedom.
I don't... Yeah, I just can't do any more damage. That's really not in the cards anymore. I am maxed out on damage, even though I want to go even higher. Let's see. Steady aim. More hip fire wouldn't be too bad. Cannibal, that's right out. Intimidation, not really. Wasteland Whisperer or Animal Friend. Actually, I may consider getting Animal Friend, considering I don't typically like to kill animals if I can help it. If I can tell them to back off, I'd rather appreciate that. I'd still prefer something to make sure I do a little more damage, but, yeah, there's not much else I can do. I can get stuff that increases my criticals or my sneak attacks, but that's not really what I'm looking for. Bloody Mess. Well, Bloody Mess does technically increase my damage, but I'd rather not pick it because it's a little too far out there for my liking. I don't mean in terms of gore. I can handle the gore. I mean, it just makes things a little too silly. Better criticals, deal 50% more damage. Yeah, I don't do criticals if I can help it. If it's a giant legendary fiend that I have to take out, well, I'm gonna use that extra damage if I have to. Inspirational, maybe. You know what? I'm gonna grab Party Animal. Or not Party Animal, Animal Friend. There we go. Now I can tell those bears and dogs and whatever else I run across to say, nope, I am your friend. I am a friend. Because if you're not my friend, I'll blow your head off. Not exactly the greatest thing to say, but that's pretty much been the long and short of every encounter where they don't back off. Where is Hancock? I've been looking around for him. It's not in the bunker, is he?
Howdy, General.
No, he's not in the bunker. Maybe he's outside the castle? He had something to talk to me about. He had something. Maybe if I wait outside for him, he'll come to me. Or not. Alright, where is he? I gotta look for him. 1 second. Alright, I finally found Hancock after wandering around a bit. Went out here to check on a raider that was firing at the castle. And, well, generally enjoy the view. Now we can finally get a chat.
Hey,
Got my attention.
Hancock.
Hey, mind if we talk now?
Yep, I finally have some time.
Of course. What's up?
Look, I needed to mention. Just you taking care of Bobby. I ain't proud of having to put you through that. That sort of dictatorial shit ain't usually my style.
Well, we didn't really take care of her. I told her to just back off. Yeah, she was not a great person.
She tried to dupe us both. Dealing with her was the right move.
True, but it doesn't change the fact that she's out of the picture because of us. Hell, that sort of bull's the whole reason I became mayor in the first place. Some ass named Vic ran the town for I don't know how long before that. Guy was scum. Used us drifters like his own personal piggy bank. He had this goon squad he'd use to keep people in line. Every so often he'd let them off the leash, go blow off some steam on the populace at large. Folks with homes could lock their doors, but us drifters, we got it bad. There was one night, some drifter said something to them. They cracked him open like a can of cram on the pavement. And we all just stood there, did nothing.
Ooh. Yeah. Dog-eat-dog world, and unless you can get some weapons to defend yourself, that's not gonna go well. You couldn't do anything, you didn't have any weapons to defend yourself?
Was there no one who could have helped?
Who knows? Maybe. Honestly, we were all so terrified we couldn't bring ourselves to move until it was over, let alone get help. I felt like less than nothing. Afterwards, I got so high, I blacked out completely. When I finally came to, I was on the floor of the old state house, right in front of the clothes of John Hancock. John Hancock, first American hoodlum and defender of the people. I might have still been high, but those clothes spoke to me, told me what I needed to do. I smashed the case, put him on, started a new life as Hancock. After that, I went clean for a bit, got organized, convinced Cleo to loan me some hardware. Got a crew of drifters together and headed out into the ruins. Started training. Next time Vic's boys went on their tear, we'd be ready for them.
Ooh, very nice. I guess there was no reasoning with this Vic guy, huh? None at all?
Why not try and reason with Vic instead of creating a militia?
Hey, if I thought for a second that would work, I would have tried.
Which is why
Or
I
at least
asked.
Thought about trying. So, the night of, we all got loaded. Let Vic's boys get good and hammered. And burst from the windows and rooftops where we'd been hiding. They never even saw it coming. We didn't have to fire a shot. We didn't have to. But we sure fucking did. It was a massacre. Once we'd mopped up, we strolled right into Vic's quarters in the State House, wrapped a rope around his neck, and threw him off the balcony. And there I am, gun in hand, draped in Hancock's duds, looking at all the people of Good Neighbor assembled below. I had to say something. That first time I said them, they didn't even feel like my words. Of the people, for the people, was my inaugural address. Became Mayor Hancock of Good Neighbor that day. And from then on, I vowed I'd never stand by and watch. Ever again.
A bit vicious, but then again, this Vic guy probably did deserve it. Probably deserved a bullet to the head rather than a hanging, but, well, dead is dead. So, I suppose, if you gotta defend yourself, you gotta do it.
And you're never gonna have to. We'll take care of the Commonwealth together.
Good. I just hope you get where I was coming from. I ain't out to bring harm to anyone that didn't earn it. Though I'm getting the distinct idea you got the same plan. Well, you probably heard enough of me running my mouth for one day. Wanna get moving?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be best friends, because we're gonna have to deal with a bunch of criminal scumbags. Already dealt with an assassin, already dealt with a drug dealer, already dealt with a murderer. What else are we gonna be looking for today? Because we're gonna be going back to Good Neighbor in a moment. Gonna finish up cleaning a house here. Get myself cleaned up because I got hurt. And then, well, time to fight crime. For now, though, I hope I have entertained you. Farewell.